Hey guys, my name is Eric Green. Just wanted to take a minute to introduce myself. This is my business partner, Paul Turner from the UK. How you doing, Paul?
I hope you can all understand my British accent. How you doing?
Hey, we just wanted to take a minute and just let you guys know we're real people. Again, I'm Eric Green. I'm based out of Jacksonville, Florida, but soon possibly South America because I'm getting ready to go travel South America. But I'm going to give you a 30-second on me, maybe a minute tops. Listen, I failed in the direct sales space, network marketing, and all that for years. I discovered this internet world, and quite frankly, I got tired of trying to recruit and do all those things. I love the online space because it's more automated. It's something that just like the system you're going to see today that we're talking about, it kind of does all most of the work for you. And as you can see, I'm super chill. I used to wear a suit and tie, and I swore when I left corporate America because the internet and the online marketing spaces allowed me to leave corporate America. I've been doing this online thing for a long time now. I want it to be able to dress how I want it to dress and do what I want it to do, and nobody owned my time. But it took me a while to get there. But for years, I did this as a side hustle, and that's what you may be looking for, a way to make extra money. So we just want you to know we're real people. We've got a great system, and we're going to kind of go through what that looks like. So, Paul, tell everybody about yourself.
I've always liked kind of dabbling with computers, but never thought I'd make money from it. I actually started off my career stacking shelves in a supermarket, so that's what I did till quite late in life. And then I went on to, I've sold made-to-measure blinds. I worked in electrical retail for a little bit. I ended up working in a corporate job, being out on the road, kind of like my minimum work week was kind of like 50 hours, if you know what I mean, having to take work home at weekends. And there's that saying, isn't there? You think you've won the rat race, but you're still a rat. I was there. I was kind of there, right? I had a company car and stuff, but didn't have a lot of cash to show for it at the end of the month. So probably like you now, if you're most likely here because you've responded to some kind of ad online. Me and Eric are the same, right? And there's a lot of stuff out there that are outright scams. There's a lot of stuff that overhypes what it really is. So we thought we'd do this video just to let you know, like Eric says, we are real people. We've been doing it for about what, 15 years now, is it, Eric? We've never actually met in person, but we've worked together all these years, right? You can't be bothered to fly over to the UK. I can't be bothered to fly to the US. So we've never kind of made it happen, right? But we are assuming that you know very little about the online world. So we're hoping you can get the benefit of some of our experience. And we have put together a system that we think is pretty cool. When I stayed on at school, I failed, by the way, I failed all my advanced exams, failed them all. So you're not talking to any, if we can do it, trust me, you can do it, right? Um, but we learned, I stayed on to study something called electronic systems. And what that is like, I don't know how a capacitor works. I don't know how an amplifier works, but I knew if I wanted to make a radio, I needed an amplifier to amplify the signal from the antenna, and I needed a speaker to make the sound come out. Again, can't tell you how it works. What we've done is we've applied that same kind of thought process to making money online. And we haven't built any of this other than this page. And you can use our pages, you'll be pleased to know, thanks to the system we've got. So before I show you the page, we wanted to walk you through it kind of really simply. Okay. But let me just explain what online marketing is, right? So they have a problem, so they have a need or a desire. So, for example, I used to work in a computer store. So, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, let's call them, right? Their laptop breaks down. They need a new one, or it's getting a bit slow, right? A bit out of date. So, they would like a new one, right? A lot of people online, they either need to make some extra money or they would like to make some extra money. So, they have a need or a want. They respond to some kind of advert. Now, PC World, the store I used to work at, they had a big store with a big sign so you could see it from the road. They used to advertise on the TV and the radio and in the local papers. So Mr. and Mrs. Smith, they see an advert and it's going to match their need or their want. They're like, oh, PC World, they sell laptops, right? So they would come to the store, and I was a salesperson in the store. And my job was to show people and demonstrate computers. But Apple computers back in the day were like a total mystery, right? They were anybody said Apple, we all used to cringe in the store because we didn't understand them, right? We were all kind of PC guys, IBM PC guys. So how it worked, and this is the best example. I'm so pleased I thought of this, right? So Mr. and Mrs. Smith, they see an ad, they respond, they raise their hand, I'm interested. In our case, it was coming to the store. In your case, you're here. You already know the system works because you're here. That's the great thing about it, right? Then they would say, I'm interested in an apple. I hear they're really good, right? Now, instead of cringing and trying to explain something I didn't understand, I sent them to a guy called Rob, and Rob was our Apple rep. Apple sent him into the store. What would happen is I would write my name on a slip of paper, right, and give it to Rob and say, this is Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They're interested in a MacBook. He'd go, okay, no problem, Paul. How you doing? And he would do all the explaining. That's what you're watching now. Okay, we are your Rob, right? Because you can use this page. So when your Mr. and Mrs. Smith raise their hand to an online ad, right? They're already kind of pre-sold. We know they want a computer, in our case, an online business. Rob would do the explaining, and if Mr. and Mrs. Smith buy, remember not every customer buys, okay, but when Mr. and Mrs. Smith brought, Rob would give that slip of paper to the checkout people, so they knew I got the credit for the sale, even though he did all the work and the explaining. That's what online business is. It's called affiliate marketing, right? So I would have a nice day sometimes where I hardly spoke to anybody other than do the introducing. That's all you have to do, right? So that's how it works. So let me show you what we've put together. And by the way, the online demand for online business is just booming at the minute. At the time of recording this, there's a lot of unrest, cost of living crisis and things like that. So let me show you what we put together. This is what we call $35 simple side hustle 14-day launchpad. It's only $35 to join. Now you can read, I'm sure. So I'm just going to whiz through a couple of things. The things that we see all the time, don't we, Eric, that stop people. I don't want to, well, how do I know it will work for me? So therefore, they don't want to risk a lot. I'm not technical. I'm busy. Everybody's busy, right? And people find it hard to be consistent. And we've traditionally done a lot of what's called social media advertising. But nowadays, thanks to some stuff that we've got, we can make it very easy for you to get leads, probably within an hour. Right, really good. So Mr. and Mrs. Smith's coming to you asking for information. So number one, your low risk side hustle. It's a company called the Home Business Academy. Now remember, I just said that the demand for online business is booming at the minute because of the cost of living crisis and everything. So the Home Business Academy exists to help people run a business from home online. The Home Business Academy. So they sell the tools and the products and the things that people need when they want a home-based business. In other words, they need a thing like a page, like this, right? Well, we've built that and we can share it with you via the Home Business Academy. And guess what? They will also teach you how to promote a business. They have people on that have made sales in the last 7 days tell you how they do it. And they do so much support. It's the best support ever. A lot of people come to this company with another home-based business, but they end up promoting this one because they pay 80% commission. So just like I used to write my name on a slip of paper, instead of that, it's 2026. They give you a special link. So when somebody comes to a presentation that we're doing for you, when they come to this and they purchase, that link is the equivalent of that slip of paper and you get the credit for the sale. Now, this is going to be a short video, but in simple terms, this is how you sort of kill one bill at a time, right? It's a monthly service. It's only $35. They do have another level you'll learn about, which is very good, but you get that free for 2 weeks, 14 days. Your bills are monthly, so should your income be. And that's how you get to lay in bed some days and money just comes in without you doing anything. So we have a perfect system. You can go and check it out, a bit more detail. And Eric will chip in if there's anything to say. They have added recently what they call an auto inviter, right? So yesterday I was kind of busy all day. I had some calls booked in. I had an appointment, I had to go out. 4 people came to me yesterday to say, yeah, I want to look at what you've got. And I wasn't even doing any promotion work, right? You learn more about that when you get involved, when you join, when you pay 35, just head to this affiliate tab and watch that video. Explains everything better than me or Eric can, so we're going to let them do that. Now then, you most likely are here because you came from one of these two systems. Actually, it's the same company. But they want to prove that their leads work. So they have this great offer, which is 30 leads for free. So people see an advert like this, like you most likely did, okay? And you can come and you pay $35, right? They give you a 14-day trial of Another Level, which gives you a lot of coaching and stuff you'll learn about in a second. They have the auto inviter that will just send out invites for people to come and look at your business. And now, because of that electronic system approach, we can make sure you're going to get at least 30 leads. And it's 3 leads a day for 10 days. Fills nicely inside that 14-day window. If you are already a bit experienced, you might want to check out this. This is the same company, the same leads. They are very good. In fact, there's a little testimonial here. But this will give you 5 leads a day, and they'll give you 60 leads as a bonus. Okay, so that's why it's the only choice you really have to make on this page is, do I want to just take the 30 for free? Okay, and then we'll see where it goes, because after that they'll charge you if you want to keep using them. Or do I want to go straight in and get 5 leads a day, which is 150 over a 30-day month, plus the 60 they give you as a bonus for ordering. So that's, what's that? 150, 210 leads. So that's a good offer, and we recommend that, but it's a $75 cost. So we appreciate if you're looking to keep your costs down, just to test it, take the free. That's the sort of ad. And here, look, in case anyone is on the fence about 5 leads a day, I've gotten just over a 20% response rate from people commenting they are interested. I'm pretty sure that's amazing. It is. Ask any online marketer, right? Ask any online marketer. That is good. Okay. Then this is optional. I'm in the UK. For me to text Eric, I kind of have to jump through a hoop, over a fence, climb a drain pipe, right? Because of the mobile networks. No, I'm texting another country. It can be expensive and complicated. If you didn't come from those 5 leads a day, right, you might be outside the US. You want to give this a go. It's a 14-day trial. So again, it matches perfectly with what we got. Why I have it, I can text Eric or anybody in the US. They have a fantastic messaging system. You have to buy for your credits. You can start for like $10 with that. It's very cheap. And I can text people from the UK or any other country. One of the main reasons why you might want to do it, if you're in the US, I mean, Eric just uses his phone, right? So you can just text from your phone. But if you want to keep your number private, another reason to use this. But the main thing I would say is, listen, just for taking the free trial, they'll give you $100 in credit to buy leads. They also provide leads, right? If you want to get good leads, you might want to add a little bit to that, like $10. That's all though. But you'll certainly get 50 leads out of that for free. Good leads. Okay, so that's why that's there. It's not really a choice. Just get it and get the $100 credit for the leads. Now, step 5. This is where after you've done the initial setup, within a day, within an hour, you can be getting the auto inviter going out. You can order your leads, and they'll start probably the next day. So you start getting your leads coming in for people that responded to the ads, just like Mr. and Mrs. Smith in the computer example. But then you might want to obviously learn a bit more, take things further. The premium level that they have, that they give you free for 14 days, has what they call the over the shoulder with 6- and 7-figure mentors. These are people that have done very well online, showing what they do to market their business. Now, you don't have to do any of it. In fact, a lot of our customers, they just stick with these leads, because you sit back, the leads come in. You don't have to do any work for it. Right? So a lot of people just stick with that. But if you're hungry for more, definitely, you're probably going to want to go and check that out. And one of the things that I love is this, the Monday Night What's Working Now. A lot of people will come to me and Eric and say, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. How do I make more sales? Well, every Monday night, somebody who has made sales in the last week comes on to share how they did it. So you'll never be left wondering. And I'll be frank with you, some weeks I look and go, I won't do that. But some weeks I come and go, that's amazing. I can't wait to try it. Okay. But again, you can just sit back and let the leads come in. I appreciate you're probably going to be busy, right? Everybody's busy these days. Now, social media is free marketing. We've supplied here. We've got 100. Was it 100? You did 100 ideas for sending out promotion. We've got 25 Facebook posts, and then we've also got 30 ideas to make video shorts. Video shorts, if you want to do them, are how you expand your reach on social media. So we just copy and paste. We give you those. And then the main thing, I would say the main benefit is, because the Home Business Academy, that offer that we're joining, that company that we're joining, one of the products is you can make pages like this. So we've made the page, and you'll just be able to walk in and share it and use this page. So when you click the join button, you are probably not going to be joining me or Eric. It will probably be one of our customers or one of our customers' customers, because we make this available to all. So that is what you're going to see when you click the button below and go to this page. We don't want to confuse anybody. We know if you're new to this, it can kind of seem a bit overwhelming, even though it is actually very simple. If you just look at each little step, right? It is actually incredibly simple. It's not technical, it's just new. So we wanted to give you that little walkthrough. Hope you got value from that. And I'll hand it back to you, sir, just to so they get the American accent again.
I just want to close it by letting you guys know right up front, whether you've come through and you're working directly with us or one of our team members, you're not alone, right? You're going to get access. We're here to help you. The company will walk you through everything. That everything is fairly simple, but we understand that sometimes people have questions. So we have an entire community ourselves. We do training, we connect, we show people, we help people, making sure that you guys are set up. You know what you're doing, so your system's 100% set up. Again, your system does everything for you. You're set up, and your inviter's working, where now it's free promotion on social media. It's going out, it's reaching out for you, and we'll make sure you're set up with your leads that are coming in every single day. Okay, so 100% set up, because a lot of people join these businesses, and they enter, they come in, they're excited, and then all of a sudden they're alone on an island trying to figure out, what do I do next? You'll never have that problem if you get involved with us or any of our team members. Now, number two, I don't know where you're at on your journey. I'm 52 years old. When I started my journey, my kids were in elementary school. Okay. And my goal back then was just to make extra money. It was just to make extra money. I was working a full-time job. So if you're working a full-time job, and you probably are, um, that's where we were. I was working a full-time job, and I needed a little side hustle. I wanted to create some additional income, right? That's where it started. Then once I got in, I started to go, wow, I really like this. I like it a little bit better than what I'm having to do, every day, and answer to this person and that person. So I got this crazy idea in my head. Well, what if I could replace my corporate America income and be able to do this full time and just work from wherever I want, coffee shop, at home, on the couch, any time of day, I can pull up and work on my business. So that was sort of what I planted in my mind. And eventually I got there. So these opportunities could get you there as well. I don't know, again, where you want to go, whether you just want some extra income or whether you want to replace your income, whatever. It's all doable with what we have here. Now, fast forward to today, my kids are 21 and 23, which is insane to me, right? They're adults. They live on their own. They're both great kids. They're both self-sufficient. So here I am, and one of my dreams, guys, throughout this whole time, is we talk about um, this laptop lifestyle, which, as you can see with the way I'm dressed, I'm not into anything fancy. I'm a pretty simple dude. So, but I like my freedom. So one of my goals is to not, I broke free from corporate America. That was one of my major goals, right? And I've been able to do my own thing. But one of my huge goals was to travel. And so as you're watching this, I'm still in the States, but soon, within probably 3 weeks from now, I'll be in South America. And I plan on, for a few years, traveling around South America, and maybe even headed over to Europe. I might even, Paul and I may even meet one day, which will be really cool and fun. But the point is, is it doesn't matter where you want to go, what your vision is, it can all be done. And it's, if you get plugged into the right opportunity, and this business is a 10-year-old business. We're not into, there are so many scams out there, guys. There are so many bad opportunities out there. This is a 10-year-old company. They've paid out close to $7 million to their affiliates, right? These guys show up, they do a great job, they have a great reputation. This isn't MLM, this isn't, any of that stuff. This is a completely 100% legit, viable system that has a proven track record and tons of testimonials. So that's really important. So guys, just go through the information, and just know we're here to answer questions. If you're going in through one of our partners, reach out to them. We'll do whatever we can to answer your questions and make sure you're successful. So that's really all I got. Our goal with this video is just to say, hey, we're real guys. We've been through it. We've been in your position. We've been through the bad companies. We've been through the scams. We've been through the ups and downs. We've been through it all. Okay. And we love this, but more importantly, we love introducing people to this world, right, and helping them find some success. That's almost better for us than our own personal success. So that's all I got, Paul, to close it out.
No, fantastic. So there'll be a button down here that would take you to that page we just walked you through, and we wish you the very best of luck. There is so much support as well, as you'll see from the Home Business Academy, especially they go way and beyond, and we have our own group, as Eric says. So you're the person that sent you here, the equivalent of me when I used to send people to the Apple guy, right? Whoever sent you here, they should get you plugged into our group as well. Okay. So we'll look forward to saying hello. See you soon. And remember, it's only $35, guys. We're not asking you to risk. What's DoorDash in America? I always ask him, how much is a takeaway?
Well, we spend probably $100 a week on DoorDash, to be honest.
$35. And that's kind of why this is ideal as well. So we'll press the button, we'll see you on the inside. Thanks for watching. Best of luck.